and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been forever since I posted, but I've been more leaning towards sort of cozy, bookish content because I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of something I love watching and also something I've always enjoyed. So, don't mind like any mess in the back. That's just like some blankets and some stuff I had on my desk. But it's been a long time since I've made a video. I've done a couple shorts to kind of post things that I'm more active on TikTok. But today, I wanted to talk about one of my biggest addictions with books. And I feel like a lot of people can agree with me and also have the same problem is sprayed edges. Okay, if I'm walking through the bookstore and I'm kind of looking at the books on the tables as I'm going. I'm kind of like, these all look really nice. These look really pretty. And people say not to judge a book by its cover, but I definitely judge books by their cover way too often. I walk by a book and I'm like, ooh, it looks really pretty. I'm gonna just pick it up and read it. Like, why not? Maybe it's good. Maybe it's not. I don't know. And then I buy it because it's pretty. Um, it's just a problem I have. And that is one of the things that happens with sprayed edges a lot. So I'll be walking and I'm like, oh, I've always thought about reading this book. It's on my TBR, but I haven't actually read it yet or picked up a copy. But this one has sprayed edges, so suddenly I'm more inclined to buy it. So I wanted to show my collection of sprayed edges so far I've had. I have one more in the mail that should be arriving, I think, next month, I believe. If anyone has read The Deal by L. Kennedy, I got the newest edition that's going to be like apparently a new cover, and I believe that there's sprayed edges. I'm very excited for it. But this one is the first one. It's the Coven. I mainly was swayed. I saw this in Target. It was also on sale, which I'm sorry, if Target has a sale, already swaying me to buy it. Okay, that's a problem as well. But that's a problem for another day to discuss. But this, I saw the roses and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. And then the inside, when I opened it, sold me because I was like, why does it have to look like that? Like, the pages already having roses all over them. Beautiful. Why does this have to? It's like thorns and roses, and it's like that on the front and the back, and then without the sleeve, it's just like plain black, which I kind of love. I don't know, it's like very aesthetic to me. But even the back cover is the same way. It's like thorns and roses. So it's just, and it's bottom and top too. So like, I don't know, something about it just gives me very like dark vibes, and I feel like it fits the cover in some kind of a way. We got some red petals in here, and it's all black. So it's just very, I don't know. I saw it and I was like, this has been on my TBR. I'm gonna pick it up. Haven't read it yet. I also have that problem. I have too many books and I just haven't read them all. It's kind of another issue that I have. I need to start just reading more books that I already own. I have a habit of buying more and not reading the ones I currently own. I actually bought myself a TBR jar that I have to fill. I haven't done that yet. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But it has like little pieces of paper you put in it and you just grab a book out and read that one. That might end my trouble with trying to pick a book because I tend to look at the pile of books and I'm like, ooh, that's daunting and scary. Let me go back to some other book that I've already read, or let me go back to the one I just bought, instead of reading the book that I wanted to read months ago. I just forgot it existed until now. It's I feel like a lot of book people, like bookish people, will completely understand what I'm saying because we all do this probably. I don't know. I hope I'm not like one of the few that does it. You're constantly buying books but you're not reading enough. Maybe I can combat that this year. That might be my 2025 goal of the year. Another book that I still have not read. I read the first book. I gave it a 5-star review. That was Assistant to the Villain. This is Apprentice to the Villain. Assistant to the Villain was actually my favorite read of 2024. It's like one of the few 5-star reads that I had. I adore that book so much. I finished like a quarter of it in the car driving during Christmas. And then I finished it in that drive, and I was like, I want more. Why can't I? Why didn't I bring the other book with me? So I'm kind of sad I didn't. But I love this one because it's very simple, clean, all purple. Like it's just something about it. I don't know. It's very soft, subtle. It's like a lavender. Something about it. I saw the color and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna grab it. Why not? I don't know. It's just it's so soft and pretty, and I like it so much. I wish I had sprayed edges for the first book now too, which means I'm probably gonna be buying another book. But I've stopped myself so far from doing that. Let's see how long that lasts. But I love this book. I'm so excited to read it. I'm probably going to try to read it this month, if not next month. I'm currently reading Fourth Wing because the book club that I'm in Fable, we're currently reading Fourth Wing because most of us haven't read it probably before, and we just decided we're committing to it, we're doing it, we're finally reading it. So, Apprentice to the Villain, definitely sort of next on my TBR list. Hoping to get to it. Now, the next book, I didn't exactly expect to pick up. I've never really heard about it. I just saw it on a table in Barnes & Noble when I was with one of my friends, and as soon as I saw the sprayed edges, I was like, I'm buying that. I don't know what it's about. I don't really recognize the author's name. I've not heard about it on BookTalk. Why not? Let's just find out. And it is dreadful, and I loved the little part underneath the title. It says, "Would it hurt? Would it hurt to be a little more good?" And I don't know what that was, but like just reading that, I was like, interesting. What does that mean? Like, would it hurt to be a little more good? So we got a villain, I'm assuming, or some kind of villainish dark character. But what swayed me was the sprayed edges. It's just pure black on the bottom and the top, which just saying with the red and black cover, gorgeous, beautiful. Oh my gosh. But this part is what swayed me. I saw this and I was like, what is going on? We have some skulls, we've got some like garlic, what it looks like, and then just the swirls and the patterns throughout. Oh, something about this. I saw it and I was like, I don't know what this book is. I don't know this author, but I need it. And I haven't read it yet. But it's about a evil wizard, is what I got from the back of the book, who apparently loses his memories, and he needs to remember them in order to save himself in court, essentially. So I guess I'll find out what it is. We'll find out together, I guess. But I love the cover. The cover also made me like absolutely die. And apparently, it's a exclusive edition from Barnes and Noble. I've never heard or seen this book before, and like also just listen to the sound of the pages. Like they're so crispy. Something about that. I love it. I just love the entire aesthetic of this book, and I'm excited to read it. The last book that I had with sprayed edges, I actually bought because one of my friends was reading it, and I saw her add it to her reading list on Goodreads, and I was like, oh, that looks like a cool cover. And then the next time I went to Barnes & Noble, it happened to be 20% off, or actually 25% off. I still haven't taken off the sticker. I hate when they do that. But I saw the cover and I was like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Something about the cover immediately like ripped something out of my soul of just like, why does it look so like angsty and like dark? Something, so just I have to show you. Like, it just, I don't know. It gives me sort of like, which is ironic because it is about I think it's about a person who paints. Where is it? I think the one character is artistic. It gave me like lonely, cursed artist. Like something about it just gave me a vibe, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna pick it up because just the little details of all the flowers coming out of the like scratch. Ooh, but this like dark forest green kind of color throughout all of the pages. just sold me mixed with the cover and the spine. So this book, by the way, is called Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews, and I believe it is a young adult book. But also the inside is also what swayed me. Because just the whole, all the green, because obviously it being Don't Let the Forest In and it being green makes sense. But this detailing in the cover, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's front and back, and then the underneath the sleeve, it's just like a pure like green, and the font on the side's gold, which it's just beautiful. I obsess over beautiful books. That is also a problem of mine, but it's fine. You like seeing nice, pretty books either sitting on your coffee table or on a bookshelf. They're meant to be read, but I just haven't gotten to it. The back of this book also is what sold me. Like I said, it's giving like traumatic artist, just struggling artist. Something about it is just so like it's so pretty. I'm obsessed, and I can't wait to read this. I feel like I haven't read it yet because I want to sort of, I don't know, the vibe is giving me like fall. It's giving me like fall, late summer vibes. So I might actually save this book until like, I don't know, maybe September, October again, even though I did get it not that long ago. But just something about it gives me that feeling like it's meant to be an autumn book. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll read it sooner rather than later. I am taking a trip in April to Colorado, which is going to be interesting. So I'm going to be bringing either some books with me or my Kindle. Probably my Kindle because it's less packing. But I have like a 4-hour plane ride there and back, I believe. And then however long I'm there for potential reading time, maybe I'll find some time to read. But yeah, these are all of the sprayed edges that I have right now in my collection, and I just wanted to share them with you. Let me know, like, if you have this problem too of buying sprayed edges just because they're pretty books. I like pretty books. What can I say? It's kind of an addiction, kind of a problem of mine, but I've accepted it because I guess the first step is acceptance. So I accept that I have this problem, but I don't think it's a bad problem. I think they're pretty books and that they deserve to be appreciated in some way, as long as if they're not more expensive than the other books. If they're more expensive, then that's a different discussion. So let me know if you have any sprayed edges that you absolutely love, certain copies that you like. I also am a person that loves certain special editions. It's just something about having a collector's item, a collected book. It's just, I don't know. It fills a void. It fills some kind of void that some people may have. It also just feels nice to have a collection. I would know because I collect K-pop items as well. So maybe I'm just a collector. Who knows? But I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to be making more videos soon. So I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye!